Hi, my name is Lawrence. I'm a property investor, coach, and the author of the book Financial Freedom Through Property. I help and specialize in advising people in the South African market how to join the property ladder. But I don't teach you how to just buy any property. I teach you specifically how to buy a property that will either make profit on a capital flip perspective or will make a positive cash flow position on a rental perspective. In today's quick video, I'm going to be sharing how to do a flip from a completely remote destination. So I currently reside in Cape Town, and I've got a couple of properties in Johannesburg, and I'm in the process of doing a flip. I bought a property about 7-8 years ago. I lived in that property for a number of years, and I decided to move to Cape Town last year to be closer to my girlfriend. And now I had to decide whether I was going to keep renting that property out or if I was going to flip it and sell it for a profit. I did decide on the latter, and I'm just going to take you through the process that I've done. I haven't gone to the property, I haven't seen it. I've done a completely remote flipping exercise. It is possible, it's exciting. Now, before we go into showing you the steps that I took, please remember to click subscribe, click the like button, share this with friends and family, and hopefully I'll get to catch up with you soon.
So the first thing that I had to do was to get a trusted specialist into the property. So I work with one of the best building inspectors in Gauteng, and I've worked with her on numerous projects, so I trust her. She's done projects for me before, but that would be the key thing that you would need to do, especially if you're trying to do a remote flip or a remote investment, is you need at least someone on the ground who is local, who's got the experience and the expertise to be able to manage this project for you. So she went in, she did the inspection on the 26th of January 2021. This is the front door. And essentially what she's done here, which is really interesting, is just taken a little bit of a snapshot of all the different issues within the building or within the unit, as well as giving a quick explanation as to what's going on. So for instance, this door is a little bit dry and rusted and whatnot, and this window might need a bit of work. The stove needs to be replaced. It's incredibly old. I had this stove when I first moved in. There's been some doors breaking, the taps need to be replaced, so you can't really get a sense of how the whole property looks. I'll have to, show you at a later stage what that looks like. But essentially what she's done here and what you want to get from your building report is a sense of exactly what the issues are. Here she's done a quick damp proof test to make sure that the paint that's been fading in the bathroom is damp versus, maybe just condensation or maybe just wear and tear. But yeah, very, very detailed report. This combined with the costing gives me a very, accurate peace of mind as to what's going to be done. She then sent me a whole bunch of costings. So let me just open that up here. So here you can see all the slips. So one of the things you've got to be careful of is you can't necessarily give a builder power of attorney, for lack of a better word. You can't just give them the full amount of money before any of the work done. So what I tend to do is I tend to pay a small deposit up front, as well as pay for all the materials. But the materials need to be backed by some sort of invoice, right? So here you can see attached an invoice for some of the materials. She gave me about 6 of these slips, so I knew exactly what I was paying for, how much it costs, etc. And it's the original, builder's warehouse slip. So I paid a small, about 30% upfront deposit for her labor costs, and then I pay for all the building materials as long as it's supplied or underpinned by some sort of quote or some sort of slip, so that I know and have proof. Right? So number one, get an inspection to understand what the issues are and what the estimate cost is. Number two, pay a deposit and only pay for materials where you've seen the slip. Now what she's done is, after the renovation, she's provided me with another report. Now this report just shows me the work that has been done. So you can see, this paint used to be dark gray, it's now a lighter gray. She fixed the cupboard, the little breakfast bench, repainted, just cleaned, fixed up some of the cupboards. So you can just see everything that was in the first report. She has now converted and said, look, we've replaced the oven and the stove with a new oven and stove. We've fitted a little mosaic thing where the splatter was. We've, updated the door handles and fixed all of that stuff. Right? So great. I can see what happened before. I can see all the slips. I can see all the work that's been done. And now in this report, I can see the after effects. Now the next step is to get a really good and reliable estate agent. Now I'm working with Pam Golding on this specific deal. please note, and it doesn't matter what an estate agent says, the price is always negotiable. Now, what I tend to do with estate agents is they'll send me their offer to purchase or their mandate document, which says that they wanted to charge, for instance, 7.5%, excluding VAT. I was like, that's crazy. So what I've done here is I've given them a small table. I said, if you can hit a 1.05 million sales price, I will give you 6.5% commission. If you hit a million, 6%, 950, you get 5%, right? Basically just rewarding them for getting me a better deal. They also get rewarded by working harder, which is fantastic. Now, what they have done, which I must commend them for, is they've created a really, really nice look and feel of the property. So this is what they've done. They've taken some nice pictures. Now you get to see the whole house in its. Let me just make this a bit smaller. Now you can see the whole house. Looks really clean, neat. You can see what the builders have done. They've completely cleaned it up, repainted, given it a nice new fresh perspective, right? Everything looks fantastic. This looks stunning, and this is now the market that it's on. It was at 1049 for about 3 weeks, wasn't really getting much traction, so we brought it down now to 990. But this is just an example of what you need to do if you want to do a remote flip. You've got to get a good building inspector in place, make sure that the building happens on time and on budget, and then use an estate agent to be able to create a pretty picture and sell the property for the price that you want.
Are you tired of having more month at the end of your money? It's time to venture into property investing. And although it may seem scary, don't worry. We've created tons of resources to help you get started. From tools that help you analyze deals, to online training courses, to one-on-one specialized coaching. Click the link in the comments below and get started today.